Okay, wake up in the morning to the clear blue sky. Turn up the music when I hop in the ride. The windows down, let the whole world see. Ain't nobody rock it like little old me. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. I'm the bomb and about to blow up.
Guys, you may recognize this beat because yes, we just got done seeing Oppenheimer,
Woo!
the bomb movie. So of course we're playing the Bomberman hero theme. Let me just get it. Okay, enough of that. Enough, guys. Let's just get into this. One of the most anticipated movies of the year, brought to you by Grant Guy Movie Reviews, starring your boy Grant Guy and my fantastic co-host,
me, Jacob. Sup,
Jacob. Yo, Jacob. First off,
dude, stop vibing with the beat.
I can't stop vibing.
Guys, we saw Oppenheimer.
Yes,
and it is not a vibe. Well, actually, it is. It's a vibe in a different sense.
Yeah, it's not a funky vibe. You will not walk out of this theater going,
I need to dance. Yeah, you will not say that.
yeah, I got a boogie.
Yeah.
So Jacob, going right into it.
Yes.
What did you expect?
I expected
going
to be
into this
bored.
movie? Okay.
I expected a bomb to go off.
That I did also expect that.
I expected to be. It's a 3-hour movie, and I was expecting to be bored by the end, or like uncomfortable.
Dude, 100%. Like
Yes.
as soon as I found out this was 3 hours, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Oh no,
Like-
it's not Batman. you
Like,
know?
bro, I was so for those of you guys at home, little fun fact, I have
Yes.
sleep apnea. So basically, unless I wear a mask at night,
Yep.
I wake up and I'm like, I felt like I didn't sleep at all.
Yep.
So if I'm watching a movie or playing a game,
Yes.
I'm like, I gotta sleep.
Yes.
I
Like
can't stay up.
I remember specifically in Indiana Jones, he started snoring almost, and I'm like, do I wake him up?
Yeah,
He's
right.
like-
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So like I'm sitting there and I'm like, but for this movie, there might have been like 1 or 2 moments where I kind of like closed my eyes for like a split second.
I also there's
Yeah.
like I think it's impossible to watch this and be 100% paying attention because there's a lot of stuff kind of
Yes.
thrown at you a lot.
this
you
is
know?
a very fast-paced movie.
It's dense too. It's dense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for being 3 hours, similar to Avatar 2, I feel like, because I think that was the last movie. That was 3 hours, right?
Yep. It was like 3 hours and 20 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah. It
Something
was
crazy?
like godly long.
Yeah.
By the end of that one, it was like, yeah, I could have watched a 5-hour version. This one felt like the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Where I was like, there definitely was like 7 hours of content here, and they were like, okay, we gotta
Chop it up.
slice and dice it, but we gotta
Yeah.
fruit ninja this puppy.
And the editing style kept it engaging because
Yes.
all right, there's like 3 different things happening. There's Oppenheimer being interviewed and like
Yep.
his friends being interviewed in a room. Then there is this one character. Do you know his character?
Strauss. You're talking about Robert Downey Jr.'s character?
Yes, Strauss, and
Yep.
he's talking to a court about how much an asshole Oppenheimer is. Not really. He's like Oppenheimer should not get
His security.
yeah.
Basically.
Which does that mean he would be deported?
That is one thing I'm not totally
Yes,
clear
it's-
on. I know it takes away some of like his rights or whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And his house will be gone. Like his wife is like, our house will be gone.
Right.
So there's that scene, and then it drip feeds you information, and it
Yes.
keeps information away from you. Like for example, in the beginning, Albert Einstein is talking to Oppenheimer, and then Tony Stark. I mean, freaking Robert Downey Jr.
Tony's dad. you
Tony's
mean.
dad.
Same time period.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what do you say to you?" And Oppenheimer's like, "Nothing." And then at the end,
Which it really was like nothing to him.
yeah,
you know?
literally nothing to
yeah.
it. Yeah, I think he said something like that. Nothing about you, man.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
And just the way it was edited. And then there's this story of, Oppenheimer's telling not the courtroom, the lawyer and 3 judges, I guess.
Yeah, basically the guys that are in charge of telling him whether or not his security is going to be renewed.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
They were like grilling him basically and trying to make him out to be a communist,
Yeah, because of some of his relations in the past. So before we really dive into the story, what are
Yes.
your basic thoughts?
Yes.
Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie?
Oh, yeah, basic thoughts. I loved it.
Yep.
I was impressed. I was engaged with so much. There's a lot of characters, a lot of talking involved, and me,
Yeah.
I'm like sometimes I'm like a baby. I need to see action happening.
Sometimes
but,
I need to be spoon-fed a little bit,
but dude, overall thoughts though. What's that one movie? Is it Starship Troopers? Right?
Oh,
with the bugs.
Yep, Starship Troopers.
That movie ends off on like feeling of emptiness. For like, damn.
Yeah.
And then once are we doing a spoiler-free version, I guess?
Yeah, this will be spoiler-free for the first part.
I had that feeling again. My audience around me did not, but I was like,
yes,
dude.
Yeah, we'll get into the audience for sure. Yeah. But same. I adored it. I thought it was. I went into it thinking like, okay, this. I was pretty excited for it, mostly just because of the things I'd heard. But
history movies. How much are you like, yay, World War II? Like, I'm not
right.
I'm not too much of a history buff. I'm not too interested in that, but this one for sure made me interested more about how World War II worked and all that.
Oh, 100%. Like all the little details inside of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I don't know why. Like if you were to show me a random documentary and Albert Einstein shows up, I'm like, I don't care.
yeah.
But for some reason, whenever he popped up in this one, I was like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I honestly didn't know he was alive then. I'm an idiot, I guess.
I mean, I didn't really think about it. It was more like I saw him and I was like, oh yeah.
That's like Tesla and him were around making electricity in the 1920s.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of George Franklin.
Wait, what?
The guy with the kite.
Didn't he discover electricity, or did he make electricity?
I'm pretty.
What did Albert Einstein invent? I'm sounding like an idiot right now.
He had the apple. Apple fell.
That's Isaac Newton.
Oh no, that's right. Guys, we are. You already know.
Why is Albert? I think he stuck his tongue out and
yeah, he stuck his tongue out.
And he sold that on shirts.
Yeah, no. I see his picture at the mall all the time on shirts. I'm pretty sure he's like a gang leader or something, bro. He's
heat pump and refrigerator.
Huh?
Atomic energy, space exploration, and applications of light. So he helps with electricity. He's got it. Yeah.
It's involved in there.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure George Franklin or whatever.
Put a key on the kite.
The key on the kite, and then he got shocked. And I don't know if he might have died.
I think Tesla.
Tesla.
Dude, there's guys. Yeah. It's not about that. It's not about that.
Guys, you already know we're big history buffs here on the channel.
Yes.
But we're not here to talk about that today. We're not here to talk about that.
We just triggered like billions.
Like George Franklin. Because every time I say that, all I can think of is Franklin the Turtle. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I remember Franklin. This is off on a tangent. Franklin the Turtle did a talent show episode, and he's like, "My talent is sleeping," and he just slept through the whole show. They're like, "He wins!" Oh my god,
Franklin, you're
not as cool as real.
You're not as cool as George Franklin.
Oh wait,
yeah. Screw you.
All right, anyway, guys,
let us jump into the actual
other scientist, Oppenheimer.
The other scientist himself.
Yes,
Oppenheimer. So let's jump into the story.
Yes. Okay.
So it is probably impossible. To go through it step by step because it goes back and forth so much. So we'll talk about elements.
So immediately off the bat, I'll talk about this element, and it's our theater. So. And one of the opening scenes, all right, spoiler alert. Should we do even a non-spoiler rating?
No, the beginning is. Oh yeah, sure. We can do a rating.
All right, for the non-spoiler people, 5 out of 5 for me.
Yep. I will also say 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I would do 5 out of 5. It's a perfect movie.
Perfect.
All right, so right off the bat, talking about the plot.
Yep.
Our audience is so stupid because
we have the worst audience for this film. Like day one, I thought we were gonna have some like troopers, like some people that were like, hell yeah.
But for example, he takes the teacher's like, Oppenheimer, you stay in this room, and there's cyanide, and he like gets in a syringe, injects an apple, and then there's people going.
Like bro, they were laughing at everything.
I leaned over to you. I'm like, dude, how's that funny? And you're like, yeah, what the fuck?
It's like I think they were waiting for this to turn into some like Three Stooges thing. Like, you idiot! You put that's not. I thought it was fruit juice.
Yeah. But I the only like reasoning I could think of is like they're scared of the movie, so they're laughing in fear.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't think of anything else.
100%. Like I definitely got the vibe of like I want to see that stupid Oppenheimer movie.
Yeah,
I guess. What, they're putting poison in the apple?
Yeah. Like,
that's stupid.
And there'd be like, when a scene ends, some character says some kind of zinger-ish quote, then they always go, and then the next scene, a bomb's blowing up. I'm like literally before they did the button, they're like, let's go out with a bang, and then they're like,
like there were like two people specifically.
to the lady in front. That was cursed. Why'd she do that? It's another Barbie movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So guys, review coming out later. We saw the Barbie movie. The Barbie crowd was better than the Oppenheimer crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
Dude, yeah. But anyway, enough about the audience.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
But going into the actual film itself, like you said, we start in the school. We see some of his upbringing, which I thought did an excellent job of introducing us to him.
Yep.
And sort of like what he's all about, a bit of an outcast and all that, but a lot of his pros and cons at the same time.
Yep. I did think the movie really accentuated how much he's really good at being a theorist, but he messes up on English words, or he's like, you're better at math than me. And then it really shows like he's a specialist in the theory side, but he needs a team to help him.
Yeah, he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
Which is said later on because he's like, I could not work at like a hamburger stand.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
That's shown
cool.
well. Yep.
Yeah.
And basically, he's a badass theorist, and then he goes to the U.S., I believe, right?
Yes. I believe he starts off in Germany and then goes to Britain for a while and then ends up in America.
Yep. And then he meets...
That's how he ends up knowing so many people, but
Yeah. Yep. Sorry I interrupted you.
No, go for it.
But yeah, and then he meets... we slowly, over the course of this is kind of like the build-up, where you like meet his students, and we meet key future characters, like
people that'll come in to make the main team, basically.
Yep. Like there's like a general guy, the builder who has glasses.
Yep.
And then the general okay. This is hard to. This movie is fragmented a little bit, but it's told well.
Yes.
This Act 1 focuses a lot on his love life, and he meets this one girl, his mistress. And she has like an evil fetish. She's like, you're...
You're a commie, huh?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I mean, bro, Oppenheimer?
Yeah. He pulls, bro.
Bro, he pulls. Like, he gets one baddie, and then when he's done with her, he's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't even worry about it. And then he meets like his future wife.
Yep.
Gets with her.
Dude,
then he goes back to
She's a bad wife, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
She's like drunk and the baby's crying, and I get it. You're doing with the baby the whole day, but like,
yep.
They gave away their son for a bit. I don't know.
Dude, he gave away his kid, and I really like that side of storytelling where it shows it doesn't just try to villainize like oh, this person's the villain of the film. It's kind of everyone does shitty things in the film.
Yeah, I agree.
He gives up his kid. She's a shitty wife. Strauss is cool at first, but then you're like, oh, he actually gave Oppenheimer up.
Let's how about we cover the Strauss and legal things at the end, and let's just go through the main
main stuff right now.
Everything's a main story, but
yeah.
So then he goes to Los. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Los something.
Well,
what's the one area called?
So basically leading up to that, there's all the school stuff. He becomes a professor. He is the first one to bring to America atomic research.
Yes.
So it shows, there's a cool montage where it shows one kid in his class, and now it's 5, now it's 12. And then it shows like the sort of like competition he has with some of the other professors, and there's this like secret project that he's trying to like. The other professor's like, I'm not going to tell you what the project is, and then he's like, okay, I already know what it is.
Yep.
So yeah, fast forward a little bit, then we get to what was the name of the place again?
Lost something.
Ass Lost, something like that.
Yeah, something with the A too. The
yeah.
general is like, I want to hire you to make a weapon, or I don't know if he's that blunt, but he said it more subtly, but he's like, what do we need, Oppenheimer? Oppenheimer's like, we need a town in the middle of nowhere. Cut to the town. we need scientists, a team of scientists,
Yep.
a team of scientists. We need this.
He's
this,
like, I need
this.
these exact people.
Yep.
Yep.
And he recruits them all, and then they get a solid team down. And during this is the building of the bomb stage of the movie. So they did very well building up to it because they had this like bowl of marbles, and then did the marbles symbolize each new person that joined a team? So for example, he came in with like 3 people, and he's like boom, boom, boom.
I thought it was how far the bomb was developed.
Okay.
Like getting close to finishing.
Yep.
Because the first bomb they have, they're like 10 feet away from it.
Yep.
It goes off, and it's just like, oh, hey, cool.
Yep.
And then every bomb after that, they have to get farther and farther away from it, and that's as like it's filling up. That's what I
I agree.
That it
Yeah.
was.
Yep.
So there's
on
a lot
rewatch,
of
I'll pay attention to that too.
there's a lot of really cool moments with that. We'll talk about the cinematography later.
Is there drama in the team right before they blow up the atom bomb for testing?
Because there's a lot of like the team is disagreeing with each other. That one
Yes.
guy with the bushy eyebrows has like his own plans with hydro bombs, and everyone disagrees with him.
Yep.
So I thought that was a really cool
He
part.
had the guy liner, right?
Yeah.
Where he had like eyeshadow or whatever. Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
and he almost leaves the team. There's essentially there's a lot of really cool parts between all the different team members. Like do I remember all their names? No. But are they all very memorable? I would say yeah.
I agree, yeah.
I remember all the stuff that they did.
Yeah, and they kind of had all their own personalities with their own jobs. So then it's kind of fun to watch a specific one. What's he doing in the back? You know, kinda.
Exactly.
Like I was watching Huey from The Boys a lot. I'm like, what's he doing?
Dude, bro, his team goes crazy.
yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of fun. You get to know them a little bit, and then
basically the big bomb.
Yeah, I mean, when they debate the ethics after or just before, it's raining, right? And then Oppenheimer walks in, and they're like, Hitler died.
Yes, that's right. So basically, at the very end of the bomb being developed, they're like, it's like the week that it's about to be done.
Yep.
They're like, hey, Hitler's done.
Yep.
So
he's done so.
Yeah, but Pearl Harbor just happened, so now they're like, okay, war's pretty much over, but now the Japanese are gunning for us.
Yep.
So what it all comes down to is it's more of a mental stand versus like a war stand.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, if we blow them up, then then we throw another one. They'll know that we'll have we have limitless potential, and they won't want to mess with us.
Yeah, and then the phrase thrown around here a lot was like, Oppie was like, it'll end all wars forever. And then so maybe he's like huffing some copium there. And then also during this part of the movie, I noticed a purple haze in the center of the movie.
Dude, yeah.
And I'm like, is that the radiation? I don't know. It's crazy.
Dude, honestly, I'd have to see it again. I'm pretty sure it was done on purpose, but...
It might have been AMC.
it might have been an AMC thing.
Yeah. So they blow up the bomb. Should we go to that?
Yep. So they blow up the bomb.
That scene is insane because the sound design goes hard. It goes hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's also fun because you see everyone's different setups. Like Huey, he's in the car. He's like, window will protect me from radiation. I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah. The guy puts on like sunscreen all over his face.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think everyone died.
Yeah. I'll Google that.
Yeah. Because there's something about them getting sick, which I'm pretty sure they do reference at one point, because they were like, oh, the guy was supposed to come in to testify, but he's sick, or something like that.
Yeah. It did do like a scene where like 3 people were said this will happen to them. Oh, by the way, the whole time they introduced that there's a spy among them.
Yes.
That's the thing in the back. I didn't know the characters well enough, and the spy was revealed, and I still didn't know who that was.
Yeah, 100%. I recognized the face because they were like, oh, the guy with the glasses, the British guy that you wanted to invite on. Because it was a guy that good old Oppie said, I want that guy specifically. But it turns out he was giving info to the commies. Yep. That is a big no. That's kind of what led to all of it, all of the controversy with him getting interrogated. Because basically he was blamed for it instead of that British guy. So.
Yep. All right, the place is called Los Alamos. And
Los Alamos, yep.
Harry Stallion and Louis Slotin died from radiation poisoning.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So that's 2 people, I guess. Probably the guy who ran outside with his glasses off. Probably that guy.
Dude, yeah. As it's blowing up, he's like, I better run out there and check it out.
But dude, that whole scene, they're just testing it. I felt so intense. The whole scene when they like bring out the truck, I'm like, holy frick. If that dropped, they're all dead, you know?
Dude, yeah.
I felt like it was there, yeah.
Like they just throw the 2 bombs, these massive nuclear bombs, on the back of this truck, and the truck's like, I'm like,
Dude,
bro, you could not pay me.
Yeah. And they're like, mattresses, you know, I'm like.
What am I loading up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, nuclear bombs, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah, but so the testing scene is insane. The sound design, like,
yeah.
What really got me was the bright white light. That got me. I'm like, dude.
Like, it suddenly goes like Hue 100. Bop!
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is, it's all real. It's all real. Is it an actual nuclear bomb? No. But
yeah,
they did have an actual bomb go off and recorded that.
That's sick.
So I think that's fantastic because apparently Christopher Nolan has a big thing against CGI. So there's no CGI in the film. All of it's practical. Even the spoilers for later on.
Even the random spinning effects in the beginning of the movie where he's just sitting in bed and it's like like that.
Apparently
this random space shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's all practical.
That's pretty cool. It was cool.
But according to them, they say nothing is CGI.
It was cool.
So
the effects were cool.
Like,
the bomb looked cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I'm scared.
I want to do it.
Dude, yeah, but and then the bomb basically bam, hits you in the face with sound. Like Grant's girlfriend like jumped. It was insane. But,
like you see the explosion, and then like maybe a minute and a half later, then you hear it go off because the sound is.
It was a bit. It took a while.
Obviously. Yeah.
And then this scene, I like legit was like. I was going through, I was like, man, this actually is a real bomb.
Yep.
We killed a bunch of people. I was like tearing up almost. I'm like, dang. And then you hear like Jill scientists playing bongos and like, yeah.
We did it!
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's intense though, because when you learn about it in school, you know, like, we
got the bad guy.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really think about it, but when you like see it like that, like it was worse than what we saw.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't an actual nuclear bomb. That was atomic or something.
That's atomic.
Yeah.
Atom bomb. Yep.
But like, I mean, like in Hiroshima, you know, which they did go over. They were like, people with like striped shirts, like, you could see the stripes like in the
like
wall.
Slideshow. Oh,
like,
the president.
Insane.
The president was like, let's not do Tokyo because I went on vacation. Then the audience, wait. Yeah. All right. Sorry. I get it out. And then after that bomb up, the best scene in the film, in my opinion, was when the Americans were recepting Oppenheimer and he had to do a victory speech.
I 100% agree. That is my favorite scene as well.
Dude, it's great.
It's so good because he's all of a sudden realizing that he has all this blood on his hands now. So yeah, he goes and does like a little mini nervous speech.
Yep.
And we get to see
and he's like, we got him.
Yeah, we did it. Yay. And then we get to see things from his perspective. And it's people's faces like flying off, and he's like stepping in a crusted, like destroyed body.
And the whole time, all the Americans are cheering. They're like, yeah.
And then no one else is thinking about it like that.
Dude, And you just see his perspective, and then they do like crazy stuff with the lighting and cinematography. Like he actually like looked like a skull or the god of death, like was foreshadowed earlier in the film, and it was just brutal. Like. The sound design here again was like amazing. Like it was silent, and then you hear flapping, and it's like a chick with skin flapping in the wind. It's like, oh my gosh.
Everything is delayed like perfectly.
Like
sometimes you hear it before you see it. Sometimes you see it before you hear it, but it's done so well. I don't know what to call it, but it's just done super well.
Yeah, because I feel like you or me could not make that. It's like only the best filmmakers can do that.
Yeah, like someone has
here.
Like this film is artistic.
Yeah,
like
agreed. It should be 6 out of 5. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
it's just such a special eye for all this stuff. Every single scene, every single shot.
Yep.
Just a god tier.
Everything has a purpose.
So well.
Yeah. So then he this is the president, and the president's like wants to like talk to him and be like, "Hey, go pro America." He's like, "I have blood on my hands."
Another good scene though, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's like, "I have blood on my hands," and then Howard Taft, I believe, was the president. He like hands him a handkerchief, and then as Oppenheimer's walking out of the office, he's like, "Get that crybaby out of here." He's like insulting him.
Yeah, and the fact
Like,
is,
dang.
dude, when he was waving that white thing, I'm like, dude, is that like the Japanese waving the truce flag? Because he's like, wipe your hands. I'm like,
oh
with
yeah,
the white
yeah.
tissue. I don't know if that's
Dude,
symbolism,
I can
but
see that. I can see that.
yeah.
Oh, but man, I wanted to punch the guy. I was like, screw this guy.
Dude, yeah, frick that guy. He's like, I ordered it. I have blood on my hands.
Yeah.
You
just made it.
Yeah.
You're the one on Time Magazine or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, dang. Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Dang. Yep.
Yeah.
So
it goes hard. It goes
hard. And then Oppenheimer, honestly, from then on, it's like he gets his own house. His wife.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Also, his like mistress killed herself.
That's right. Yeah, because he was like, hey, I can't see him anymore.
Yep. And then it was an
thing.
unsigned suicide note, so I thought, oh, did the communist kill her or something?
Well, there was like, because she drowned herself. I'm pretty sure I saw a black glove like go down and push her.
Okay, yeah.
Because there was a shot where she put herself in, but then there was a black glove. So I was thinking like, okay.
Yep, it might have been communism or up for interpretation. Or
yeah, I think it's supposed
Russian.
to be kind of up for, maybe one's like Oppenheimer's perspective versus like, oh, this is what actually happened.
Yeah,
but it's kind of up in the air, like, oh, maybe.
I'm not against watching this again. This
Dude,
movie.
yeah, 100%.
Like stream it, you know?
Yeah, there are so many things that we probably missed or didn't see.
Yep.
This is an easy second watch for sure.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So then we get into Tony Stark's dad.
yeah, Tony Stark's dad. In the 40s, same
yeah.
timeline.
So we're wrapping up the movie. Like, all right, in my opinion, this is probably the final hour. It's like the politics of it, and what's his name again? Robert Downey Jr. Strauss wants to discredit Oppenheimer as a scientist, get rid of his security clearance.
Literally for like a petty reason.
Yep.
Because he called him what, like a sandwich?
Yeah, he literally like was like, your science sucks, and he's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And then now we get like each scientist coming in and giving their thoughts on Oppenheimer, how it went down,
how he was as a person versus how they think of him. Like, oh, do you think he's a commie?
Yep. His wife pops her alt and absolutely destroys the lawyer.
Dude, yeah, that was a good one.
That was pretty good, actually.
Good.
I was impressed.
Yep.
And yeah, man, this film had quieter moments too, where like the wife spills her purse, like the whiskey falls on the ground, and then the lawyer looks at it and he's like, we're not gonna have her testify. And then it's like he's like doing Oppenheimer a favor. And I'm like, man, I really like small moments like that kind of. I don't know.
So good. Oh,
it's
dude,
like unnecessary.
especially
When
he's talking about sleeping with the mistress, and then it cuts back, and it's we see it from the wife's imagination, and
Dude,
it's the dead mistress like riding
him naked.
Good old Oppie, naked.
Our audience hated that. Any nudity, our audience hated.
Oh, dude, yeah, everyone stopped laughing at that point.
Dude,
like,
yeah, no, like literally, they're both sitting there naked. And they're like, "This is weird." I'm like, dude. I mean, if I had a wife, I'd sit there naked with her occasionally. I don't know about you. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be a vibe.
This is a little wacky.
Yeah, they're like, weird.
What the frick?
I don't know. But anyway,
but that happens, and then
dude, the mistress just staring at her.
Making eye contact with the current wife, and you just feel the tensity.
Yep.
You'd cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
And then she like drops stuff out of her purse, and she's all like flustered and stuff. And he's like, I've already told you this.
Yeah.
All this stuff or whatever. And then we get to see that scene where
so
he does tell her. Yeah, exactly. And there's so many moments like that. And I did really love every scene where all the different scientists were coming in and talking about, including the one eyeliner bush guy.
And he kind of like dissed Oppenheimer a little bit and shook his hand.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was like literally me and shook him anyway. His hand anyway.
yeah.
That's what
Someone could come up to me and be like, "Fuck you, bitch." And I'd be like, "Nice to meet you."
Yeah, nice to meet you. And it's cool. And then Strauss, I think it's his name.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, this whole time, throughout the whole story, Elijah Wood and this other guy, I don't know what their affiliation was, but they would always talk to Oppenheimer on the sidelines, right when the general wasn't looking. And they're like, hey, can you sign a clipboard, please, or something, and do this? And it turns out they come in clutch to go, oh, Oppenheimer's totally not a communist. Like,
100%.
There's Strauss has a grudge against Oppenheimer, actually. And then Strauss is like, what the frick? By the way, Robert Downey Jr., dude,
Dude,
I appreciate him
he
coming back.
was
Hell yeah.
God tier.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, apparently, I was looking up quotes, just stuff for the movie after we were done seeing it. And Christopher Nolan was going over all of his casting choices.
Yeah.
And he said that his favorite role to fill was Robert Downey Jr. And I kid you not, he said that this isn't quote for quote.
Yep.
But he was like Iron Man was the perfect fit for him. So this fits. I think because like businessman, I guess maybe that kind of linked or whatever.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and I mean,
That was
it
how
is
he
about,
made his comeback.
I mean,
so.
dude, Tony Stark's whole arc was about weapons killing people. Like,
Hey,
dude.
right.
So it's kind of like ironic almost.
Dude,
it's funny.
it works though.
It
works.
works. Dude, he's a good actor, dang.
Yeah,
and it's funny
yeah.
because like he used to be like not respected at all, and ever since he was Iron Man, everyone like loves him now.
Now you
I
gotta
love
get him
him.
in everything, dude.
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of that. Strauss gets his just dues where he's he's humiliated on in front of the public and all that, and that was like his main grudge in the first place with Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and this part too, you were mentioning this, but they do stuff with the cinematography where like Strauss, his scenes are in black and white because his ideals are very black and white. Or
Yeah,
you can explain this better than me.
So so basically, whenever it's a scene from Oppenheimer's perspective, it's always colored.
Yep.
Whenever it's from Strauss's perspective, it's always in black and white. Like they'll show the same scene back to back, like the part where Oppenheimer was like handed papers and he was like, oh, I'll look these, or no, he was asking if he could keep the papers, and then they were like, oh no, we'll send them to you or something like that.
Yeah.
When it shows Oppenheimer's perspective, it's all colored, and then 5 seconds later, it shows Strauss's perspective and it's in black and white. So my theory is that Strauss's perspective on life is that everything is black and white.
Yeah.
You're either right or you're wrong. So that's what it's sort of like representing there. And Oppenheimer is a lot more 3D with his perspective.
Yeah, he's more passionate, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
There's a lot more layers to it. So it's colored to show that, which
Yeah.
I thought was a brilliant storytelling method.
Yeah, and then
so nice.
Yeah, and then also like Strauss too. He pops off. He's like so upset. He's like, Oppenheimer should be thanking me. And then it's like really just like that scene is like, man, he's kind of crazy a little bit.
Dude,
he's
yeah,
obsessed
yeah.
with rage, you know.
100%.
It's crazy. It's like such an interesting character dynamic. Oh my gosh,
dude.
it's a good movie.
Like I was worried that after the bomb it was going to be like, oh, boring politics or whatever.
Same.
But like every scene gets either so intense or it's so interesting. I was keeping up with all the politics as well as I could.
Yeah, it's the same. I got a little whiplash from bomb celebration to the politics. I got whiplash.
There was definitely a bit of a jump there where it was like, oh, okay, we're
yeah, I was like, what's
full-blown
happening?
here.
Okay, yeah. And then eventually I pieced it together. But it took me a second. Maybe I'm dumb, but yeah. Yes. No. But yeah.
Yeah. And then that's about it right there.
Yeah.
So basically, Oppenheimer loses his security, which I'm actually still not entirely sure.
Yeah.
What that meant for him.
His wife was like, "We'll lose the house, we'll lose the car."
Yeah.
So
he lost, I believe, a lot of his rights.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and
some
I
of
thought
his
it was like
benefits.
security card to live in America, but maybe not.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
But then it's
Rewatch.
revealed.
Yep.
The very final revelation for the film is because Strauss is all pissed off with Oppenheimer because what was Oppenheimer talking to Albert Einstein about?
Yep.
Strauss was like, they were talking about me. And then it's revealed like, oh nope, they were not talking about you. They were actually talking about the dangers of this weapon and what it could do to the world. Which I thought was a fantastic way to end the film.
Yeah, what was the final line? I've been racking my head.
It was something about like we didn't think we thought we finished the war, but we like started a new one. Something
wasn't
like
it like,
that.
oh, if the world blew up, that's how it would have That's how it happened. I don't know. Like it was like
Yeah.
very like.
It was
bleak,
cool. Trust
right?
us.
Yeah, it was cool.
was very
It's cool,
bleak.
guys.
It was very
It
bleak.
was very memorable. Trust us.
Yeah, but please, you'll definitely remember it just as we did.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good
man.
movie. Maybe
Yeah.
I should do 6 out of 5. I don't know. I'll wait. I'll sit on that.
Yeah,
And then
we'll go through all the specifics, but that's about it. Anything else for the story specifically?
No. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, next thing
CGI?
is so CGI.
There was none.
There
I
is
guess.
none. According to the director himself, Christopher Nolan, there is no CGI in this entire film, which I respect that.
I respect it.
Obviously, the big headliner is the bomb. As we said before, very cool.
No, I got everything I wanted.
Yeah, every single thing. I thought one of the other most impressive parts was the scene that's our favorite, where it shows his perspective and the faces are ripping off and he like steps into a dead body. All of those practical effects are done so well.
Dude, yeah.
So well.
Yep.
I think that alone, if you're really into cinematography and effects and all that, that alone is worth seeing the movie for.
Yep.
Next up,
So much impact.
yeah, 100%. Music. What did you think about the soundtrack for the film?
Okay. It's not like I'm going to be bopping to this in my car.
Dude, I mean, hey, wait a minute.
I'm bopping to this in my car.
Hey.
The sound design was so good. Like, there's scenes where there's like a ticking in the background before the bomb was made. You're like, man, it's like the bomb. You know it's counting down to when that bomb blows up. And then there's like the bomb itself. Like, it was done so uniquely where it just hits you with noise, dude.
It
was
just
insane.
smacks you in the face. It knows exactly when to turn it up to 100 and slap it back down to 0. It's the perfect type of whiplash.
Yeah, and I can't really remember. Yeah, the music was mostly for tension. It was used very well.
There was no. You're not gonna.
Sweet home Alabama.
I need a hero.
Oh,
I would have left.
that would have
We
broke
gotta
me.
stop the bomb. I need a hero. Please no.
Dude, he walks out of the auditorium. I'm a creep.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, that would have been horrible, actually.
That would have been funny though.
Yeah, that would have been good.
But yeah, music done
Yep.
perfectly.
The sound design. I guess music, sound design. Yeah, it's got to.
Yeah.
Yep.
And finally, for our final thoughts, what was your biggest surprise and what was? Well, actually, we've talked about our biggest.
My final
things
thoughts.
that we
I was
liked.
just
Final
happy
thoughts.
to get that feeling of seeing the bomb and feeling so sad, you know? Like, it really made me feel something.
Yes.
Not much movies nowadays do that, really, I feel like. Especially, like, modern 2023 releases.
Yeah, I did not expect to feel like, I guess, historical sympathy as much as I did.
Yep.
Like, it just really blew me away where I was like, wow. I've never thought about that part of history that way before, but it really kind of like opened my eyes.
Yeah.
So that was super cool.
Yeah, and then the dynamics between the characters, or like the Strauss and Oppenheimer, all the scientists in the team, they worked so well together. They gelled really well. It was awesome.
I would say the thing that I liked the most was the characters. Like not even the bomb. I thought all the characters, all the actors, did a phenomenal job.
The bomb itself is a character. I hate when people say that in reviews.
It was so important. It basically was a character.
Yeah, Gotham City is a character. It changes over time. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Gotham City's character arc.
Yeah. Yep.
Next thing is disappointments. I don't think I had any. I didn't have any disappointments.
No,
I walked into it thinking I was going to be disappointed, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, no, I thought I was gonna be disappointed in the main actor, and I thought he killed it.
Yeah,
So,
no, he did a phenomenal job. I don't know if I know him from anything else.
No, me
but
neither.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
Yeah.
Other than that, because the next thing is what could have made it better. I nothing. I think it's
After credit, I was kidding.
a big Avengers like Albert Einstein will return.
Albert Einstein did show up, and I thought he was dead because maybe he was dead. Interpretation.
Oh,
it was the middle of the night. A car moves, and he's standing there.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
they would have done the typical bus thing where he's like, wait a minute, is that? And then a bus shows up,
Yeah.
and then it drives off, and he's gone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
But
it was good.
after we have talked about it, what is your final for real
Okay,
rating?
here, let's do this. I'll do
Okay.
6 out of 5. I changed my opinion. While this movie does not connect to me personally, I think this is how to make a historic movie interesting, or a movie about history interesting.
Yes.
The themes were interesting. It was all fun to watch. Not fun. It was just a good watch. So
It was a good laugh.
yeah, dude, our audience.
Dude, yeah, literally.
yeah.
Well, I would 100% agree.
Yeah.
This is an easy 6 out of 5.
Hell yeah.
This is one of easily
Yep.
the most artistic movies of the year.
Yep.
All of the plot, the characters, the beautiful cinematography, everything is just perfect.
Yeah, and definitely watch in theaters, because when that
Yeah.
bright white light hits, it just fills everybody, and then you become the witnesses.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like, do not do what my coworker did. Like, he was like, yeah, I watched Godzilla versus King Kong, and he watched it like on his phone.
Oh
I was like, bro, you
that's-
can't watch movies like that on your
Godzilla
phone.
movie. yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
watch TV shows on your phone, not movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely watch this in theaters. But
For sure.
thank you guys for watching this movie review on Oppenheimer. We shall see you next time for the Barbie review. A very different feel on this week on Barbenheimer. Let's go.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Whoa. Okay, wake up in the morning to the clear blue sky. Turn up the music when I hop in the ride. The windows down, let the whole